Good afternoon. That was really dull. Good afternoon. You're in a church sanctuary. You know you're going to have a call and response going on here. Welcome. We are Peachtree Symphonic Winds. Happy 4th of July to all of you. Welcome to Chamblee First United Methodist Church. I wear two hats. I am the director of Peachtree Symphonic Winds, and I'm also the minister of music here at Chamblee First Methodist. So happy to have you here. Well, thank you. Thank you. We're excited to finally have live music for you. It's been over 17 months since we've been together and since we've been able to perform. So we're thrilled and glad you're here for us. So life is returning to normal. Be sure you have filled out our info card. We have them at the table right out here if you haven't done so already. We were going to have a drawing later, and you want to be a part of that. And then we sell all your names later, make a whole lot of money off of that. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that. That's so that we can keep you informed of our future concerts and whatnot that we have going on. While you're at the table, you might want to consider a tax-deductible donation. We've had a long 17 months, and the pot is pretty dry since we haven't had anything live going on for a while, but we appreciate anything that you might consider contributing to help us get us back on our feet and get going again, because we're going back to our 18th season starting in September. So we've got some exciting stuff going on for that. We also accept credit cards. Hey, we take anything you got. We opened our program, of course, with Star Spangled Banner. You know this is from a poem written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812 at Fort McHenry. But did you know that the tune was a British drinking song? Yeah. The flag also that was flown at Fort McHenry that inspired Key to write the poem had 15 stars and 15 stripes, because those were the number of states that we had at that time. That was the last time that they decided then after that point, when we added more states, to go to 13 stripes, because it was going to become a little bit difficult to have to count all those stripes. So they only increased the stars and left it as the 13 original colonies for the stripes. This year, we're celebrating the 90th anniversary of this being made the national anthem by a congressional act that was on March 3rd, 1931. And we followed that with John Philip Sousa. You know his nickname? You know what his nickname was? The March King. That was his Liberty Bell March. And you know, he was commissioned to write that. And the interesting thing was, for about $500 more, this march could have been titled The Devil's Deputy. Sousa was composing the music for an operetta by that title for Francis Wilson. And Sousa wanted $1,500 for the music, but Wilson offered him $1,000. So they could not come to a resolution, so the project ended, and Sousa was left with the music. So that's how we ended up with, he renamed it the Liberty Bell March, and that's how we ended up with that. So for only cost $500 more, it could have been a whole lot different. So now we travel to the land of make-believe and World War II in timing. Captain America, the First Avenger, the movie opened in June of 2011. Score was written by Alan Silvestri. The march that we're about to play for you was presented at the closing credits of the movie, and it was a good the story, of course, is good triumph over evil. So now we present to you Captain America March. Next up, we have El Capitan by John Philip Sousa. El Capitan was extracted from Sousa's most popular operetta at the same time. You didn't know he wrote that kind of music, did you? El Capitan character in the operetta was a 17th century viceroy in Peru. The march gained popularity during the Spanish-American War. So now we present to you El Capitan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out and supporting Peachtree Symphonic Winds this afternoon for fantastic patriotic celebration. I'm Tom Harden. I serve on the PSW board as vice president, and on behalf of everyone behind me, I thank you for coming out this afternoon. I recognize a number of the faces here as faithful participants, and I'm really happy to see you. Peachtree Symphonic Winds is a nonprofit 501c3 organization made up entirely of an all-volunteer ensemble. We perform for you because we want to use our God-given talents to bring a smile to your face and perhaps a tear of joy to your eyes. All volunteer organization, there are financial costs associated with running the group. Registration fees, venue insurance, and music copyright fees are only a few. We rely on the generosity of your contributions to help offset these costs. And because this is our first performance in well over a year, we have not been able to replenish the coffers. We need your help to bring these back up to pre-COVID levels. Besides making a contribution today at the door, there are other ways that you could help Peachtree Symphonic Winds. One is to link your Amazon purchases with Amazon Smile and choose Peachtree Symphonic Winds as your charitable organization. There are no fees to you. They don't add additional costs to your purchase. They simply give a percentage of your purchase amount directly to Peachtree Symphonic Winds. When you sign up on your Amazon account, just choose Amazon Smile. You can also link your Kroger card to PSW so that a percentage of your Kroger purchase is automatically donated to Peachtree Symphonic Winds. That process is also free, and it's easy to do online at your Kroger card account. We especially invite you to visit our website, peachtreesymphonicwinds.org, to watch videos we've made, look at pictures of previous concerts, and find out where future concerts are happening. You can also make contributions on the website. Please like us on Facebook. We have over 500 likes so far, and we would really appreciate seeing you as a friend. Videos, cartoons, and other current information are available on the Facebook page, Peachtree Symphonic Winds. And now, as a thank you from us to you for your support, we're going to have a drawing for 2 winners from the names that you've left in the basket at the welcoming tables. Excuse me. I hope everyone put their names in the basket here. If not, please remember to do so next concert. Today's prizes are a gift card to Amazon and another gift card to Kroger. We're going to have 2 winners. So, set this down. Does somebody want to choose this? That's a good idea. That's a fantastic idea. Go ahead and choose two names. One. Okay. The first winner is Kathy Weingard. Kathy, are you in the audience? Fantastic. And the other winner is Matthew Shearer. Matthew, are you here? There you are. Come on down, please. And again, thank you for coming out, and thank you for supporting Peachtree Symphonic Winds. Alan, I'd like to turn it back to you.
What Tom didn't add in that award prize, if you won the Amazon card, you have to sign up for Amazon Smile before you use it. King Cotton March, what we just played for you, was written for the Cotton States and International Exposition in Atlanta in 1895. The fair was actually suffering financially, but Sousa and his band helped get the event out of the red. The march was named the official march of the fair and is now a perennial favorite. Next up is God Bless America by Irving Berlin. He actually wrote it in 1918, but shelved it because he thought it was kind of a downer. He revised it in 1938 because of World War II. Do you know who made this version famous? Kate Smith. It was her signature song. Feel free to sing along. We now present for you, God Bless America. I didn't hear you sing. Oh, she was singing? Okay. Scott was singing, good. Fran, were you singing? Okay, good. Like King Cotton, the fairest of the fair was written for a fair. This one was the Boston Food Fair in 1908. Its inspiration came from the sight of a pretty girl Sousa saw that he was not even acquainted with. Young girls were often, in those fairs, used as center attractions for displays, a Vanna White of the fair. Sousa decided to transfer his inspirations of her into music. So now we present to you the fairest of the fair. Next up is Hands Across the Sea, again by John Philip Sousa. Hands Across the Sea was voted this year by a poll from the U.S. Marine Band, or the President's Own, as the most favorite march of all time. It beat out notables as Stars and Stripes, and even more modern compositions by composers such as John Williams and his Imperial March from Star Wars. Those were all included in that. It was like a grid, and they all voted, people voted. I think the band themselves voted multiple times and voted this one in. This march is addressed to no particular nation, but to extend a hand to all America's friends abroad. So we now present to you Hands Across the Sea. Next up is a march not by John Philip Sousa. He wasn't the only march composer during that time. There were many others, but he ends up being the most famous one. But this well-known march was composed in 1930, not by Sousa, but by Henry Fillmore. And this was for the Cincinnati Auto Show. Do you all know what a klaxon is? It's a car horn. The bauga, that's a klaxon. An old-timey car horn. That's why none of you all know what that is. This march was dedicated to the producers of the klaxon automobile horns. So now we present to you the klaxon. And now back to Sousa. The Thunderer was actually a Mason. The Thunderer March was dedicated to the Columbia Commandery Knights Templar in Washington, D.C. Sousa had been knighted in that organization 3 years earlier. This march, was Mrs. John Philip Sousa's favorite march. So now we present the Thunderer. Now we're at the end of our program. So what's left? The National March of the United States. We end our program on this Independence Day with a Christmas tune. Sleigh Ride. I almost did that. I was voted down, so be thankful for the band. I was voted down. I wanted to do Sleigh Ride. We missed out on Sleigh Ride this year. But it is a Christmas tune. You didn't know that, did you? Stars and Stripes is a Christmas piece. Well, actually, Sousa composed it on Christmas Day in 1896. So there's your trivia. It wasn't premiered until May of 1897. You may know that this is the National March of the United States, but did you know that that official title did not happen until 1987? And that was by an act of Congress. It is by far the most performed band piece ever. We're proud to play it for you now. Thank you so much for coming out today. If you play a band instrument, go on our website, send us a note. We'd love to have you. We start back officially in September with rehearsals. Thank you for supporting live music today. Did I mention that donation basket? I couldn't remember. Look us up, of course, as Tom said, on Facebook, Twitter, etc., and our webpage. In September, we resume. Our first concert in our 18th season will be here. It's going to be on October 23rd, and will feature music of the star. You have to come back for that. Thank you again. Now we present Stars and Stripes Forever.